Hey guys, my name is Alex and welcome back to my channel. I thought it would be fun to talk about what has sort of happened in the first 4 episodes of season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race, because a lot of my opinions of who I thought I was gonna like and who I thought I was gonna dislike have drastically changed. Without further ado, let's do a quick recap of episodes 1 through 4. In episode 1, we first learned that no queen was going home that week in a RuPaul's Drag Race first. We had Lady Gaga there, which was amazing, and I really liked seeing Lady Gaga in that episode because you could tell she genuinely was moved by the queens, you know, doing their best Lady Gaga look and getting to meet them, and it was really cool to see that. As expected, James Mansfield did appear to be one of the weaker links. That is someone who I thought I would want to see go home first. And I will say, I don't dislike James as a queen, I just don't think that he was ready for the show. Nina Bonina was everything that episode, pulling out those looks, going from a mouse to a peach to the Lady Gaga like Bad Romance. Although I will say it's smart to do that last Lady Gaga look because you can cover your face without having to worry about quickly putting on, you know, a lot of makeup. And at the end of that episode, we then learn that Ru is bringing back a queen from the past to make it 14 queens this season, which personally I did not see that coming. But then again, VH1 budget, so hey, anything's possible. Fast forward to episode 2, where we learn that the queen coming back is none other than Cynthia Lee Fontaine, or Cuckoo herself. I like Cynthia Lee a lot. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting her twice now, and she is a sweetheart. I feel really bad saying this after I preface this. I think she has improved so much since season 8 coming into season 9. That said, looking at some of the other talent on season 9, do I think she's going to win it all? I don't think so. I think she's gonna do a lot better than she did on her season. She also is healthier now, which is so good to see. And I think because of that, we're really gonna get to see her shine the way that she can. So for this week's challenge, it was a cheerleading challenge, and I was living for it. The fact that they were making the queens do stunts, like cartwheels and all of that stuff, was insane. But also kind of cool to see which ones could pull out these tricks. I mean, Shay very quickly was, you know, pulling out back handsprings, and Valentina out of nowhere does like a one-handed cartwheel. I can't even do a two-handed cartwheel, which leads me back to what I was saying before about how some of my opinions have changed. I didn't think I was gonna like Valentina, and I was so wrong. I absolutely love Valentina. Not only is she like a gorgeous queen, but for someone who is as new to drag as she is, she's polished. She has a really good energy about her, and she's, you know, talks about how she always wants to smile, and, you know, when in doubt, just smile it out. She deserved to win week number 2. I mean, not only was she killing the cheerleading challenge, but for the white party look, she had this wedding dress look, which was impeccable. I mean, you know, some people might say, oh, it's a wedding dress, of course it's white, like, you know, it's not that creative, but it meant a lot to her, and there was a lot of meaning there, and she looked very regal and beautiful, and it was well executed, so congratulations on the win there. Then we saw James Mansfield and Kimora Black in the bottom 2, who I was very surprised to see that Kimora did as weak as she did that first week, because I had like high expectations from what I saw in her Meet the Queens videos. But they both deserve to be there. In that lip sync, I mean, I actually thought they were both going to go home because neither one of them, to me, turned it out. I guess Ruth thought that Kimora turned it out a little bit more, and poor Jamesy was the first queen to go home. Now we get to week number 3, and the main challenge is creating your sort of fairy tale eleganza look with a sidekick, and all of the queens, you know, turned their looks out. This week Trinity won, and I admit I was very surprised. To me, I didn't think Trinity was going to be a strong contender from the little bit that I saw, and she's another one who I was very wrong about what I thought. She turned it out, she won that week, and well deserved, and I have a lot of respect for Trinity and what she's doing so far. Once again, Kimora found herself in the bottom, and this time she was along Aja, who was just sort of surprised that she ended up in the bottom, but no one else really was. She does paint very harsh, and I think that she's coming from a place where she's used to excelling and doing well, and to be told otherwise didn't sit well with her. And she didn't handle it well. She sort of came for Valentina in Untucked, you know, maybe a little bit out of jealousy, but it wasn't cute. But fast forward to that lip sync between Aja and Kimora, and Aja turned it out. I have the most respect for Aja as a lip syncer, and if she's in the bottom with you, unless you're gonna, you know, be ready to lip sync for your damn life, you're gonna go home, because bitch knows how to perform. Now we're on to episode number 4, our most current episode, where the two drag teams had to put on competing morning talk shows, and the team of Shay and Sasha won the overall challenge, but their entire team, including Aja, Valentina, Alexis, and Farah, were all safe, and it was a well-deserved win. The other team, however, had a little bit of a rocky start with Trinity as captain, and she and Peppermint as co-anchors didn't go so well, but it was Charlie Hides who really just seemed to get in her own head and just overanalyzed everything. And all I'm gonna say about this episode is the part about the lip sync. And I think a lot of people are talking about this, and I will throw my own thoughts out there. We had Trinity, who was the captain of that team, and Charlie, who clearly had a very weak performance. They lip synced to Britney Spears' I Wanna Go, one of the most up-tempo songs in Britney's repertoire of, songs that she's put out there. Trinity turned it out. Like a Trinity Aja lip sync, oh my god, that's gonna be epic. Like, she went for it. She was pulling stunts out, she was in it, she was lip syncing for her life. However, on the other side we have Charlie, and Charlie literally stood in one place. And I understand that Charlie had very high heels. Supposedly Charlie had an injury. That's what some people are saying. We don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it is. But there was no drive to do well. Even with an injury, you could emote more and really it was just standing there kind of blah to a Britney song, and I was very uncomfortable watching it, and it was kind of offensive. Charlie says something like, I was trying to be this season's Bianca Del Rio and never having to lip sync for your life. The two problems with that are Bianca is in a league of her own. Above all these drag queens. It's just there's so much polish there, and I have the most respect for Bianca Del Rio. That's why she's my favorite queen. But two, you've watched so many seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race to know that even the people at the end do have to do a lip sync to a RuPaul song, and to think that you're not gonna lip sync and if you have to you're just gonna walk away is such a terrible attitude. And it made me feel worse for people like James and Kimora who went home, who at least would have put in more effort. So I don't have a great perception of Charlie right now. I'm sure that Charlie is talented, and maybe that'll change over time, but as of right now, it was very disappointing, and it was one of the worst lip syncs for your life I've ever had to watch, at least for half of it. The other half, Trinity, was epic. So that's that. That's my recap and a little bit of my thoughts as I mentioned earlier. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I put new videos out every Tuesday and Friday when I'm on schedule, which, as anyone who's watched me before knows, doesn't always happen. But I am here. I'm gonna be better about it. I'm trying to film some videos, ahead of time so I can make sure I post for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.